What if I told you that every word you say, every name you hear, is part of a secret code? A hidden numerical language that might just be controlling everything, from the stock market to who wins the next election. We're about to see how a simple formula is either unlocking the very secrets of the universe, or maybe just leading people down a really dark path.
And it all starts with this one idea from a TikTok creator. Nothing is random in this matrix. Now, the people who believe this, they're not just looking for a few fun patterns. They believe we're living inside a simulation, and they think they finally found the source code.
I mean, just think about that for a second. Every single name, every company logo, every political catchphrase, all of it secretly boiling down to one specific number. And if you know the number, well, maybe you know the future. This is not science fiction. This is an ancient practice that is absolutely blowing up online, and honestly, some of the results are dangerously accurate.
Okay, so what is this thing called? It's called Gematria. And for centuries, it was this really complex, mystical tool that scholars used to decode sacred ancient texts. But today, well, the internet got a hold of it and kind of twisted it into something new, something way simpler, and maybe, just maybe, a lot more powerful. And here's the wild part. It is so easy. Literally anyone can do it. You just go A equals 1, B equals 2, C equals 3, and so on. You add up the letters in a word, you get a number, and then the hunt begins. You start looking for other, completely unrelated words that add up to the exact same number. Believers don't call this a coincidence. Nope, they call it a synchronicity. Like a little glitch in the matrix that's showing you the truth.
But right here, this is the critical split. What used to be this deep, spiritual study of ancient scrolls has basically become a simple digital conspiracy engine. I mean, forget old texts. Today's code breakers are using this to try and predict crypto moonshots and the results of major elections. And what they're finding is pretty unsettling.
You are not going to believe this first example. For years, right, we've all joked that the Simpsons predict the future. But what if they were actually right? What if the writers of the show were embedding secret financial codes right there in plain sight? Okay, so let's dive into this. In one episode, a character gets a stock tip, and the tip is excellent burger. Seems totally random, right? Well, it's not. Online sleuths plugged that phrase into a Gematria calculator. The number that it spat out was a perfect match for the cryptocurrency stellar lumens. For them, this wasn't just a funny coincidence. It was proof. But you know, predicting crypto prices from a cartoon is one thing. What happens when this code starts linking the highest levels of political power directly to your bank account? This is where things get really serious. So, when Donald Trump announced Vance as his running mate, the Gematria community went into an absolute frenzy. They typed Trump Vance into their calculators. The number? 133. But here is the kicker. For months, crypto traders had been using a specific catchphrase to signal a massive price surge for the coin XRP. That phrase was Ripple Moon, and its Gematria value, you already guessed it, 133. So, is that a coincidence, or is it a hidden message for people who know where to look?
But what if it's all just a big head game? You know, a powerful lie we're telling ourselves. One Reddit user put it pretty bluntly. It's fucking astrology, basically. A confirmation bias calculator for people who have already made up their minds. In other words, it's just a tool that shows you exactly what you are already hoping to see. And sometimes what you want to see can be incredibly dangerous. Because this is the exact moment the code stops being a game, and it becomes a weapon.
At a political rally, a journalist filmed a supporter using a Gematria app on her phone. And she was so excited. She had just calculated the value for the name Trump, and she wanted to show the whole world the powerful magical number she found. That number was 88. She thought it was a sign of victory. She could not have been more wrong.
You see, that number, 88, it's not some angel number. It's not a sign of good luck. For decades, it has been a blaring siren, a massive historical red flag known to law enforcement and hate group watchdogs everywhere.
And here's the truth of it. H is the 8th letter of the alphabet, so 88 stands for HH. And HH is a long-standing numerical code used by neo-Nazis and white supremacists for one specific phrase, Heil Hitler. And just like that, a tool for finding fun little synchronicities becomes a tool echoing one of the greatest evils in all of history.
And this reveals the terrifying duality of this whole code. In one person's hands, sure, it's a way to see angel numbers and find some personal meaning in a chaotic world. But in another person's hands, it's a mirror. It just reflects back their own hatred and gives it this fake authority of some cosmic secret. See, the universe isn't speaking to them. They're screaming their own bias into the universe and just claiming they're hearing an echo.
So why do people fall for this stuff? Well, honestly, because we're all wired for it. Our brains are pattern recognition machines. It's an old survival instinct. It's why we see faces in the clouds or hear voices in static. We are desperate to find a signal in all the noise. It's just what makes us human.
Which really forces us to ask the final question. When we go searching for these hidden codes in the world around us, are we actually discovering some secret truth? Or are we just programming the simulation ourselves, creating a reality that just confirms what we already wanted to believe? The code is out there, for sure, but who's really writing it?